So yes, I'm very excited to talk about this. So the topic you must already be knowing, this 24 Kickstart Your Freelancing Journey. All right. So my name is Saipriya. So for the people who don't know about me, first let me introduce myself. Okay. So I've done my graduation in Bachelor of Arts, and then after my graduation, and that too I've done in Economics, Public Administration, and Social Management. And then later I had a lot of things to figure out, and I was not able to understand where I have to go, and there were a few competitive examinations that I have given, and then later I took 1 year gap to understand what I really wanted. And then after 1 year, that's when, and that was also COVID period time, and that's how I figured out a lot about this freelancing. So I used to read a lot of books, and I started writing online, and that's when I got to know that okay, there are a lot of people who are asking about freelancing. So there are a lot of people who are doing freelancing, and then once I researched a lot about it, that's when I got to know a lot about freelancing. And I was also in such a stage where I got to know that okay, even writing can pay me well. So I got started, and then it was when my first gig has actually paid me for 800 rupees. Yes, for 800 rupees. And that's how my whole journey has started. And now in like, currently also I'm working with really good brands, and which I'm very, very grateful for. And recently I have also become LinkedIn top voice, and I've worked with marketing campaigns, like you must also be knowing, with Bollywood singers like Salim Merchant or Sunidhi Chauhan. I've also market I mean, I've also done marketing campaigns for sure that would be scaling their business also. It was really good. So I just wanted uh it's is my just are you able to hear me? Hello. I just put my chat box on. Can any Are you able to hear me? Hello. Oh, okay. Please speak slowly. You're going too fast. Okay, thank you. Thanks for letting me know that. Voice is breaking. Okay. Voice is lagging a lot. Voice break. Your voice is breaking. Okay, okay. Sorry, Tasmia. This particular session is in English. I'm not so fluent in Hindi. So, yeah. Now it's clear. Now it's fine. Okay. Can we get the recording of this session? Yes, yes, you can definitely get the recording, but then let me also give you, but then if you'll be there like till the end, I'm also going to give you a proper bonus as well. So I hope you will stay, and your voice is not proper. Now it's clear. Clear here up. Okay, okay, great. Okay. So just in case, I'm not from Kolkata. Sorry, I don't speak Hindi. I'm not so fluent in Hindi. Okay, great. I got to know that it's nice. So let's get started again. So a lot of them are asking, please speak in Hindi, but then let me tell you that this session is in English. I'm not so fluent in English, and I also got to know that somebody has told me that I'm going a little fast. So yeah, I'll go a little slow so that you'll be able to understand better. Okay, so this is about me. So and then the next we can go ahead with the session itself. We can go deeper. And yes. Okay. Now, this is one of my favorite quotes, and it's very much, dear to me as well. So you need not be great to start, but then you have to start to be great. Like I've told you, right? I've got started my first project with 800 rupees, and that might really look very less for you, but then at that point of time, it was like a very big thing for me. And that's how I started as well and gained a lot of experience. So your starting is very important, but then you have when once you'll get started, and that's when you can get a lot of good results as well. So now, overview of what you will be learning today. Okay, first is what is freelancing? That's because why I'm telling exactly about what is freelancing. That's because back then when I got started, I literally had to see like 3 to 4 videos to understand what freelancing is all about. Okay, and then again, I'm able to see a lot of hands raised. Is there any problem? I just put my chat on. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, great, great. Okay, thank you. Okay, okay. Are you not able to see me? How to get clients? I'm going to cover that. Proceed. Okay, great. Okay. So just in case, what I would like to say is that just don't keep your hands raised. That's because I'm not able to understand if there is any technical problem or anything like that. So it would be great if you just turn off that and don't raise your hands. That's because it's making me feel like there is some technical issue. Okay. So, okay, everybody is telling me, or else you can just turn on your cameras so that I'll be able to see a huge thumbs up. Okay. Just put a huge thumbs up so that I'll be able to understand that guys can hear me. Everybody, whoever has put their, okay, okay, great, great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, great. So I need not on my chat. I'll just look at you guys and just put a thumbs up. And in case if you'll not be able to hear me, just put your thumbs down so that I'll be able to understand that you're not able to hear me. Okay. Okay, great. Okay. So yes. So now, like I've told you that I'm also going to cover about what is freelancing and how to get started, how to get clients, and how to build your portfolio and how to build your personal brand so that you will be able to get better clients. All right. And then how you can get clients with having no experience in less than 30 days. Okay. And then final tips. Okay, so before we'll get started, I want you to I want you guys to understand and want you guys to remember that to document everything, whatever is possible, you'll definitely be able to get this recording, but then it's always better if you document it whenever I'm speaking so that the retention rate is higher. And then number 2 is be patient. I'm not just telling with regard to this particular session itself, but then in entire freelancing journey, it's very, very important for you to be very patient. That's because a lot of times what happens is that whenever we get started, right, we feel that we should get a lot of clients and a lot of clients, and that's when we will fall into a lot of traps. Okay, so that should never happen. So it's okay if you go slow also, but then it's always better not to get into these kind of traps. Okay, that I'll also be covering how you should not get into these kind of scams or traps, etc. That is number 2 is be patient, and number 3 is be consistent with whatever things that I'm telling you to apply, right? All these kind of secret strategies. If you'll be able to apply them properly, I'm sure that you'll definitely be getting clients. But then let me also tell you that getting clients is not the final thing. Yes, definitely. It's going to give you a lot of confidence once you get your first client. Okay, like it gave me a lot of confidence, though it might look so little regarding 800 rupees, but then getting my very first client has given me a lot of confidence. But then what am I trying to say here is that that is not the end goal. That is just the starting step itself. You have to also understand that you have to be consistent with upskilling. When I say upskilling, you should always skill yourself so that you can always get better and better with every other project. Okay, so always be consistent with it, not just about upskilling also, but then also about showing up, but also about networking. All these things you have to be extremely consistent with. So make sure that you have got this kind of mindset. Okay. Now, I will be covering about what, who, why, where, and how of freelancing. Okay. So, like I've told you, it's very important to understand what this freelancing term itself means. That's because when I got started, I had to literally see a lot of articles, lot of videos to understand what does this mean. But then you need not worry about it. That's because I'm going to cover it in a very beginner friendly manner. I guess I'm not going too fast. That's because somebody has told me that I was going a little fast. So just let me know if you guys are able to hear me and everything is on par. Okay, I'm seeing huge thumbs up. Okay, great. Great, thank you. Okay. Okay, I need not add that chat button again. Okay, great. And I'm also happy that a lot of them have turned on their cameras as well. It's very good to see you all. Yeah. And then I would be talking about what is freelancing and who can be a freelancer, and then why you must freelance and where and how you can get started as a freelancer. Now, the very first thing, what does freelancing mean? Now, according to the Wikipedia, which I also agree, but then I'm also going to tell you in a much beginner friendly manner. So it says that self-employed and hired to work for different companies on particular assignments. This is what a definition given by Wikipedia. But then let me also tell you in a much more beginner friendly manner. Now think that you are somebody who's good with writing. Okay. Now, if you are a person who is also working side by, like, in something like a corporate, and you're into software development and etc., and you want to earn money side income. Okay. Now you're going to give your service, okay, your writing service to the person who needs writing services. Okay, and that also for some kind of period in time. It can be ongoing, or or it can be for one time itself. Now, for one time, it can be like, they can approach you and tell you, like, can you write me one particular article itself? Or they can tell you that that's one time. And then when it comes to ongoing, it will be like, like, can you write for me every 1 month, one article each month? So that is ongoing. Okay, so this is what freelancing all means. You will be giving your particular skill set as service to the other person, and in return they will be giving you proper money for that. Okay, and when it comes to freelancing, you can work with a lot of companies simultaneously. But then what happens is that that's when you might feel a little, too much, or you might feel like, you're not able to give a lot of time and all. So that's when you should not fall into these kind of traps, taking a lot of clients and all. You should be selective about it. Okay, so that is what freelancing is all about. All right, now that I've told you what is freelancing, then I'll also tell you who can be a freelancer. A freelancer can also be a student who would be giving his skill set as services to the other person. He can be writing, it can be writing. One of my friends who is also into marketing. So what does he does is that he's also a photographer. So he's also a freelancer. That's majorly because he's giving his photography skills as his service to his clients who need photography. Okay, like maybe regarding anything like, a pre-wedding shoot, or maybe like, a baby shower. So he always keeps going for such kind of events, and he does that for freelancing basis. All right, so that is why, so like I've told you, even a student can be a freelancer, or somebody who is also, maybe if you're a person who has not done anything for certain years and you can still be a freelancer. You might be thinking that, how can I be a freelancer? I do not have any kind of skill set. You can definitely think, which I'm going to cover about that in the next few slides. But then even you can be a freelancer if you have got a one particular skill set, and you will be giving it as a service to the other person, and in return they will be giving you money for that. Okay, and why you must freelance, I'll also tell you why you must freelance. Okay, so like I've told you, now if you see these kind of stats, okay, so out of the global workforce, there are like 3 billion, all right, and in that 1.7 billion people are just self-employed. Okay, so this equals to 46.7% of workers worldwide. And the other stat I would like to tell is that 60% of the freelancers make more than what they have done it in their previous jobs. Okay, they might be quitting their previous jobs and then they might be feeling like, let me do it for so kind of benefits, which I would be covering. And according to Fiverr, so if you would be thinking that what Fiverr means, Fiverr is a platform which actually gives you clients. Like, it's a very freelancing kind of platform. Like, it is for freelancers and for the people who will recruit freelancers. Okay. So according to Fiverr, it says that 78% of the companies will rely on freelancing in 2023. Now, why is it booming? Like I've told you. So now, like, why is it booming? The very first thing, it is very flexible. So now if you're going to job, okay, you can be like, 9 to 5, you have to definitely work. You can't come out of it or something like that. I'm not saying that it's bad or something, but then just in case if somebody wants to come out of their corporate life, then freelancing can definitely be a very good thing for them. Okay, so you can work remote. Okay, remote in the sense you can work at anywhere in like, from, and participant is set. Okay, just a second. Somebody is asking regarding. Okay, can I see the hands up? Are you able to hear me? Hello. I just put my chat box on. Can you just let me know? Are you able to hear me? Are you guys in? Okay, yes, yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, done, done. Okay. So also let me ask, are you able to understand? Am I going a little fast? That's because even one of my friend has told me that you shouldn't go fast. That's because I keep. Okay, not at all. No, you're normal. Okay, great. Great. Thank you. Okay, great. Okay, done. So it would also be great if you'll just turn on your cameras also. That's because a lot of them are not able to, but I do understand there might be some kind of issue or maybe you might not be comfortable, but then just in case if you're comfortable, please turn on your cameras. Okay. Okay, great. Okay. So now that I've told you why you should be freelancing, you can work remote, okay? You can work anywhere. You can work from home. You can go to a cafe. You can, just in case if you're a person who travels a lot, you can work from there as well. And the best part about freelancing is that, and it's also my favorite thing, okay? Now, when I told that backstory regarding me, I didn't have any kind of experience, but then I got started with freelancing, right? And you can also be that kind of person. So for me, back then, I used to think that I do not have any experience. Why would somebody, a client would come to me and ask for their service? Like, why would they even hire me? So this kind of mindset you should leave once you have started freelancing. That's because when you will start working or apply for a particular job in particular company, they would definitely be seeing experience, right? But then when you have freelancing, you need not look for a lot of experience. And I'll also tell you how you can do that as well. So the best part is that itself when it comes to freelancing. And just in case if you got started as a freelancer itself, you can easily be like, after 6 months, you can work for, you can apply for a certain kind of job or kind of internship, which would be easier for you. And they will also be able to understand that, okay, this person has experience, we can recruit them. So you need not depend on somebody else to give you certain work or certain kind of job. That's because when you start with freelancing, you'll already be having clients, you'll already develop experience and expertise with time. So you need not worry about it. And now where and how to get started as a freelancer is something that I would be covering in the further slides. Okay. Okay, great. Now that I covered about what is freelancer, so, and also about the stats, let me also cover about something else. Okay. Now, looking at all these things, you might be thinking that what is all this? Okay. But let me also tell you that these are the kind of terms that are very, very important for you to get started. Okay. And I'm not telling you, like, now that you saw prospect and lead, you should be able to understand each and everything. But then over time, you will keep on hearing a lot of things. So let me explain you in simple words, what does all these things mean? Okay. So I've also written a few articles regarding this. Let us open that and read one by one. Okay. Okay. Now, first, terms and phrases that every freelancer must be knowing. And do not worry, you might be thinking that, hey, this is a lot and everything. But then once you get started, it will become all normal. Okay. Now, the very first thing that I've told you, what does freelancer mean? You must be able to understand. Now, client. Client means somebody who wants your services, who will take your service and then pays you money in return. That is what client is. But then when I got started, I was hearing a lot of things about prospect, lead, inbound lead. I was not able to understand what are people even talking about. But then let me explain you in simple terms. Okay. Now that you understood what client means, let me also tell you what does prospect mean. The one who will be your potential clients. Now, for example, if you're an editor, okay, so who do you think who will pay you for this kind of service? It can be an author, that's because he'll definitely need your editing services. It can be newspaper companies also, it can be agencies, it can be bloggers, and it can be also content creators. That's majorly because just in case if they will put any kind of real content, they want you to edit. That's because you're a person who is skilled with that, right? So that is what is prospect. So prospect means anybody who might literally need your services, that will become your prospect. But just in case if that particular author you will be able to convert and you will be able to give those kind of services, then that particular person will become your client. Okay. Next, lead, the one with whom you intend to work. Now, just in case if I'm a writer, okay, say content writer, then I don't think so I will be working with a student, right? That person doesn't have any kind of website or anything as well. But then whom will I be willing to work? I'll be willing to work with a founder. Why founder? That's majorly because they might be having one kind of website. And I would be like, now that I'm a content writer, I'll be like, hey, can you take my services for writing where I can write a particular blog on your particular website? Okay, so in that way, I'll be writing a particular article on their particular website. So that will become lead. Next, inbound lead and outbound lead. So in the name itself, it says inbound lead. That means somebody will come and tell like, hey, I need your services. So that is what inbound lead all means. Now coming to outbound lead. Outbound lead means that means you are actually approaching a person, tell like, a founder, you will go through a proper list, tell that, okay, this person can be my potential client. And then you will send them a cold email or a cold message. Okay, so that's when once you will be able to convert or something like, you think that this person might need your services, this person is called as outbound lead. Okay, now content creation. I'm sure that you must be scrolling a lot of reels online, right? So what, or else just in case if you're thinking that if you don't know about freelancing, you just click on Google and say that what does this freelancing mean, right? So what is happening? Everything is content out there. Now, how did you get to know about this particular session also? That's majorly because some kind of content has been kept out so that you got to know. So what is happening here? Content creation is happening here. Okay, so this means creating content on social media platform or anything like, website or anywhere. Okay, so this is a kind of skill set which, in today's social media world, it is very, very important for anybody to have it. So it's always better if you get better with this particular skill set as well. Okay, next, outbound lead, like I've already covered about that. Now, cold email. So what does cold email means? That means cold email, this person, like you would be sending a particular email, okay, but then cold itself means that that person doesn't know anything about you, but then you would be like, let me send it. Let me give you a proper example. Okay, you are in your place, okay, you're at your house, And when you were like, child, or there will be a lot of people who would knock your door and come with, a cooker or something like, a dictionary or something like that. Say a cooker itself. Then you opened the door. And then they'll be like, Beta, can you call your mother? Then you'll be like, why? That's because I bought a cooker. Okay. So that's this people, it's like they do not want to talk to you. They want to talk to your mother. Why do they want to talk to your mother? That's because cooker is something that you will not buy, right? Who will be taking decisions of your entire home? It would be your mother. So he will be like, call your mother. So this is what is called as target audience also. He's targeting one particular person so that they will reach out to that particular person. But then I do not, my mother doesn't know anything about this cooker guy, but then he will make sure that, he will approach my mother and say regarding this cooker, it will give you these kind of benefits. It's very nice cooker and all these things. So what is he doing? He is approaching my mother even when my mother doesn't even know about him. Okay, so the very same thing is happening on cold email as well. You're sending a particular email to a particular person who doesn't know anything about you. But then you're saying like, hey, if you'll take my services, you'll definitely boost your business, or you will boost your business sales or scale your business. Okay, I guess everybody is able to understand this. Next, cold pitch. Pitch means it can be either email or it can be message also. You might be also coming up with, cold DM. So you must be able to understand that, what does DM mean? Direct message. Okay. So you might be approaching a person on social media platforms, like be it on Instagram, be it on LinkedIn, be it on Twitter. You would be telling that person, like, you would be approaching that particular person in their message and tell, like, like, hey, I can help you with so and so, and you have got so and so problem. I can help you with my particular service. So this is how you would be able to approach as well. Now coming to skill set. Skill set is anything that you have got interest, knowledge, and experience, and you're delivering that particular skill set as a service. So now that I'm covering here service, so in return, you would be getting money from your particular client. Now, next, sample. Now, you can't literally go to a person and say that, hire me as a writer. That particular person will be like, do you have any kind of experience? Then you'll be like, no. But then I have done certain things like, I have written on Medium, I've written on LinkedIn, I've got that particular experience. Then that person will be like, okay, fine, give me certain kind of proof. This particular proof of your work is called as sample. Now, for example, if you're a graphic designer, then the kind of post that you have made or designed on Canva. Canva is a particular platform which is very good with designing, which I will also show you. And the kind of presentation that I'm presenting to you, right? It's also on Canva itself. So if you're a graphic designer, then the kind of particular post that you have designed, it can definitely be your sample. Sample means proof of work. Okay. Or if you're a writer, you have written a particular article. See, now if a certain kind of person, he tells me that what is your proof of work, then I can definitely show him this particular article. That's because I have written it. I can literally show him that I have written this. I'm a content writer, and this can be seen as a sample. And then they'll be like, okay, you are writing well. Okay, then fine, we can hire you for on freelancing basis. And then that's when I'll be able to convert him as a particular client itself. Okay, so I just, we went too far. Let me ask, how is it going? Are you able to understand? Are you feeling it's valuable enough? Are you able to understand? I just put my chat on. Yes, yes. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Perfect. Yes, ma'am. Very clear. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Understanding. Slowly. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, great. Great. It would also be great if you just turn on your cameras as well. Somebody has told me something. Yeah, I'll be covering about samples. Don't worry about it. Okay. So let me put my chat box off. Okay, great. So this is part one. Okay. Now coming to part two. Now, portfolio. So what does this portfolio means? Now that I've told you what sample is all about, right? What is sample? The proof of your work. Now, portfolio means everything, whatever that you have done. Like, you will be taking your best work in that and you would be converting it as a portfolio, and all your samples will be in one particular file itself. Okay. So that is what portfolio is all about. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so that is the combination of all the samples that you have. And where can you do this particular portfolio? You can do it on Canva, like wherever I'm presenting now, this particular thing that I'm presenting to you, right? This whole platform itself is called as Canva. Okay, so yeah. So that is Canva. So you would be documenting everything all over the kind of samples, and you would make a combination of your best work, and you would be putting it in one place. That is called as portfolio. That's because you can't randomly send it to a person. See, now if you are a person who is hiring a writer, and I would apply for it, and randomly I'll be like, I have written this, written that, then you'll be like, why should I even read about all this? You'll be like, you can put everything in one particular place, and that would be easier for me. Then I'll be able to understand, okay, that would be in a very organized manner, right? So it's always better if you will have a portfolio. Okay. Next, proposal. What does that proposal means? Okay. Now, for example, have think that you have got a particular business itself, and you are a person who has put up something like a fashion brand, okay, which sells clothes. Okay, then you will approach me telling like, we can get started as social media marketing. Okay, then I'll be like, okay, fine, let's get on the call, and then let's decide if we are on the same page or not, and then we will talk. Then I'll be like, okay, it's great talking to you, and even I'll feel like working with you. And then that's when I will send you, you are a business owner, and then I'll be sending you a proper proposal. So what does this proposal mean? You will be like, what is she even talking? Let me explain. Now, proposal means like you will tell them in beforehand itself, you will tell them like, what are the kind of services that you will be giving, what are the kind of requirements, and then the most important thing is that how is the process will go. Now, just in example, now it can't literally be like, I have taken we both are like, starting working together, and it literally can't be like, you can pay me now that you are into business. You literally can't tell me like, you do for one particular month, I will pay you after 2 or 3 months. That will not be okay for me, right? So I'll tell you that, you should pay me like, probably 40 or 50% advance to me. So all this kind of requirements from my side, I will put it in a proper proposal. And in the end, I will be giving, okay, this is the kind of rate for which I will be giving you a particular service also. So that is what proposal all means. Now, particularly advance. Now, what does advance mean? Now, just in case if I'll get started with your business as a social media marketer, I will tell like, I'll take advance, like 50% advance, so that, there are a lot of red flags that will go on. So I do not want to happen in such a way that once I will do this particular work, the client will tell me like, no, I can't pay you. Then that's not fair enough, right? So you should also remember that once you get started as a freelancer, it's very, very important for you to take money in advance. Okay. Next, contract. Now, contract, everybody must be knowing. Contract means the kind of agreement that two parties will be making. So it can be a legal contract. Now, legal contract, you must be knowing there can be any kind of fight. Just in case if there is any kind of fight, I can literally show him the legal contract telling that, this is the kind of contract that we have agreed on, or something. Just in case if he'll tell me that he will pay me after one particular month also, I'll not be okay with it. I'll be like, you have signed the contract. Or just in case if I'll not be able to give him particular service, or I'll tell him like, for 15 days, I'll not be able to give you certain service, then he'll be like, no, it can't happen. That's because you already signed this particular contract. That can't happen. So it's very, very important for you to sign a particular contract so that both you and your client will be on the same page. Okay. Next, invoice. You must be seeing invoice like, in daily life as well. Now, just in case if you'll order something on Amazon, the kind of thing that you will be getting is called as an invoice itself. Okay, this is something that I will be showing you a proper document about this as well. Next, testimonial or review. This is called as feedback. Just in case if I'm a person who took your particular service as and I'm paying you for that, then I'll be, once you are completing it, I'll tell you that, hey, this is the kind of feedback that I felt. You are doing really great. And this particular feedback that I have given will help you get more and more clients in the future as well. Next, Optimization. Optimization is so important for you if you want to get started on social media. Okay, now why is it very important? Now think that you're a person who is a business person, okay, and you're looking for somebody called as graphic designer. Would that be okay if, just in case, if you're typing and seeing that content writer, would graphic designer show on anywhere? No, right? So that's why optimization means that you have to use appropriate keywords so that your particular client would be easily finding you. For instance, if you're a freelancer who gives services on social media platform, your particular social media platform, that particular bio should say that, social media manager or social media marketer, so that they will be easily be able to find you out. Okay. Next, follow up. Just in case if you're a person, that one particular client says that, they want your service or something like that, then you'll be like, okay, fine. And then after 2 or 3 days, he didn't do anything. That's when you'll follow up. Follow up means you'll message him again, telling like, what has happened. Or just in case if you have sent a particular email to that person, then you'll be like, what has happened? We have decided about it. Okay. So this is how it happens. Next, connections and network. Connections on LinkedIn, like, you must be knowing. On Facebook, we call, like, with whomever we connect, right? We call them friends. And the very same thing happens on LinkedIn as well. On LinkedIn, we do not call them as friends. We call them as particular connections with whomever we network. Okay. And one-on-one consultation call. One-on-one consultation call means, just now, if you see now, there are a lot of people who are attending this particular session, right? So this is not one-on-one. But just in case if you and me are getting onto a call, right? So that is called as one-on-one consultation call. Okay. So I guess everything is clear right now. So let me just put the chat box on. Just let me know if everything is clear. And yes. Okay, great. So if you're going to be till the end, I'm also going to give you a proper bonus as well. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Okay, next. Okay, now that I have covered a lot of things, you must be thinking like, there are a lot of things to know. And like I've told you already, you need not worry about it. Slowly, once you get started, you will slowly be able to understand what all this kind of terms also means. And just in case if you'll not be able to understand also, you can just go to my Medium article and you can go through all of them. Okay, nothing to worry. Or just in case if you want to see this again, the recording will be on Telegram and you can definitely watch that again. Okay. So yes. Now that you're telling, now, like I've told you already, like, about service, and you have to give one particular skills, and you should be very good with particular skill set so that you will be giving this as service to your particular client. Now, how should you able to pick that up? This is what niche comes as into the picture. Now, how you should be able to understand what is your niche. Okay, now niche can be anything. Okay, if you're a particular person who loves writing, okay, so you can be a content writer, you can be a ghost writer, you can be a copywriter. Okay, if you're a person who is somebody who loves to design and from childhood you love to draw and everything else, or like to edit, then you can be a reel editor, or you can be a certain kind of person who loves to do graphic designing or anything like, on Canva, or you can try to make reels or videos, anything. Or you can also keep designing websites as well. So you should be able to understand wherever your interest lies. That is what as called as passion. So you should be able to understand where your interest lies, so that you can easily take that as particular niche itself. Now, for example, if I'm a person who writes a lot, okay, now I can't literally think that, I can write articles on physics or anything like that. Why? That's because I'm not a person who is very much interested interested in physics or something. But then just in case, if I'm a person who's very much interested in traveling or very much interested in climate change or sustainability or something like that, I would love to write about all these things, right? Then it's always better for me to understand where my interest truly lies in, so that I would be able to understand, okay, I have got interest, then I can definitely go there, right? Then now, interest itself is not enough, right? You should also have certain kind of knowledge and skills. Like, however, now just in case if you're a person who loves to write or graphic designing, you should always try to keep upskilling yourself and develop new skills so that you would be getting more and more clients. And then next, profitability. Let me also explain you in this in simple terms. Now think that in COVID period, we all know that there was a lot of lockdown, and you can't expect somebody to write blogs or articles on traveling. That's because it's already not into the picture. That's because a lot of them are not traveling. That means, are you able to understand that is not the right time for you to go and write travel articles? In rather, you can write about something else that's booming, or you can write about wellness in that particular time. You can talk about how to take care of your health, right? So are you able to understand how you should be able to understand that, okay, this is one particular interest I have, I can also develop a lot of skills and knowledge, and I can gain a lot of profit also. That means I can definitely go to this particular niche and get selected for that. Or it can be like, content writing, and again in content writing there will be a lot of things. It can be content creation, and again can be also, once you can get started with content writing, you can also get started with what copywriting is. Copywriting is like, now for example, if you'll go on particular website, the very first page that you will see, right, that is like, website copy. That means you're writing in such a way that in simple words and in very less words, you should be able to tell a lot. That is what copywriting is all about. Okay. Now, next, you can also go to graphic designing. Like in graphic designing, I have also told you that you can, now that you love to design, you can go graphic designing. You can also do website designing. There are a lot of things, all right? And again, in all this particular niches, you can also decide your own industry. Now, just for example, if you're a person who loves to do this marketing, and you likes to talk about brands, you like to talk about growth, and etc., etc. Now, what happens because of this? You know that your interest lies there. Okay, so that's when you'll be able to understand, okay, this particular niche I can decide on. So there are a lot of things that will be going on, and under that there are a lot of other industries as well. It can be health, it can be fitness, you can write about travel, you can write about sustainability, you can write about finance, anything that really interests you, and slowly you can explore more and more industries with time. Okay, so that is it. Now, for that for you to go ahead, it's very, very important to understand what this target audience means. Now, like I've told you, you are in I'm sorry, you're at your home. So a person with a cooker comes to your place, and then he will be like, beta, can you call your mother? Why? That's because he knows that your mother is a target audience. That's because he knows that children are not the people who will be buying that cooker. He knows that your mother will be buying, like, all the kind of utensils or any kind of kitchen related things, or home related things. Your mother would be the perfect person for that particular person to approach. That is what target audience means. So let me explain you in much more simple manner with a proper definition. At the very same time, I'll be giving you more and more examples as well. Now, these are the group of people that are most interested in buying whatever you're offering. Okay. Now, for example, like, you're a particular business who makes trendy sportswear. Okay, so you can't expect, like, people who are in 60s or 70s will go ahead and buy it. Why? That's because these are not the people who are very much into fitness or gym or sports, right? Definitely there are many people who are very much active, who are like, more than 50 plus, who will definitely be active. But then most active, where will you find? You'll be finding those people who are between 20 to 45, these people are very much active. So you will think like, okay, if I target this particular person or this particular group of people, then this particular person will definitely be able to buy my particular trendy sportswear. Okay. So they also share common characteristics like age, interest, or location. Now, for example, if you're a business who only sells saris, so you can't literally think that your target audience would be men. No, right? Your target audience would be women, right? And also you can't literally target those kind of people who women. You can't target people who are like, in the age of 60, because girls will, yes, definitely they will be wearing saris, but then who would be wearing more saris? Of what age? Then they must be around 25 to 40 or 60 to 65, right? So these people would be the kind of people that you will be targeting. So understanding your target audience helps you tailor your particular products or services to meet their specific ends. Okay. So this particular questions that you must always ask to understand where your particular what your target audience is all about. Segmentation, like when it comes to demography or geography. Geography means where do they live, or demography, what is their age, like how I've told you about saris thing. Now you should also be able to understand their pain points as well. Okay. Pain points in the sense, that is why, right, that is why they will be able to approach you for this particular service, whatever that you're providing. And then you should be able to give solutions. How would you be able to give solutions? Through your services. And then you should also be able to understand who their competitors are. Competitors in the sense, like who are very much similar to whatever you're doing. Now you have got a business, okay, whoever is doing similar to whatever you're doing, that particular business would definitely become your particular competitor. And you should also be able to understand where do they hang out. Okay. So this is one particular homework that I would be giving. You can go to HubSpot and then you can download this and you can do this one particular homework where you would be able to understand your target audience much more better. Okay. So I hope you will do that homework. Yes. I'm just putting my chat open. So let me know. Are you able to hear me and are you able to understand? Because the next one is the section that you must be most attentive to. Yes. Okay, great. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Okay. Somebody is asking me data entry is a good niche. So let me also tell you about it. Okay. So I don't think that data entry would be a very good niche for you to get started. That's because everybody must be knowing that, chat GPT. Okay. Now that is called as AI, right? Artificial intelligence. Now coming to data entry is something that it can be done manually. Okay. So it can be definitely be replaced by AI. So you should not go to such kind of niches which would be replaced by any kind of AI. Okay. You should always be in such kind of niche or particular industry where AI cannot replace. Okay. So like, writing, yes, definitely AI can also write, but then you cannot write in such a personalized or creative manner like how human writes. So you should go to such kind of industries, such kind of niches where AI can never ever replace you. Okay. So I'll just, for 2 minutes, I'll just put my chat. Okay, after this particular slide, there is some questions itself. So everybody will be open to ask me questions. Okay. Okay. Now, a lot of them are asking how to get clients, how to get clients, how to get clients. This is the most, favorite of every person. So let me also tell you how to do that and much more in detail. Okay. You can do it on different platforms. You must have heard about platforms like Upwork or Fiverr as well. Or you can get started with personal branding. Personal branding is nothing but you should be showcasing yourself as an expert so that somebody would approach you for a particular service. Okay. So it can be on any other social media platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Tweet, anything. It can be through cold outreach. When I told cold outreach, I have already covered about it. That is, I'm sorry. I've already covered about it. That is cold DM or cold message, okay, or cold email. Now, you can also get started with jobs on LinkedIn as well. You can literally search for them, and then you can literally send them your portfolio, and then you can be like, hey, can we like, you should literally not be like, hey, can we get started? Can you hire me or something like that? But then you should make sure that your message will talk a lot about their particular job and their particular company also. Okay, which I'll be covering in the future slides as well. And then you can also get it from your own network. So definitely, I'm sure that in your own network or in your own family or in your own friend circle, you must be seeing a lot of people must be having certain kind of businesses, right? So you can literally approach them and tell them like, hey, you do not have Instagram, right? Instagram account. I can help you grow your Instagram. Or you can tell like, you do not have any kind of website, right? I'm a website designer and I can design a website for you. So these kind of things you can literally do once somebody from your own network has got any business, and you can ask them for it. And networking with more people. Okay. So yes. So I'll be covering this in much more detail. So after this, okay. So any questions? Okay. Now, yes. I'll put my chat box on and you can ask me questions. Yes. How could we reach the target audience? Yeah, I'll let you know in the future slides. Okay. How about running ads in social media? It's a very good niche. You can get started. How to get started? Yeah. Okay. On which platform you do freelancing? I'm very much active on LinkedIn, but then LinkedIn is not the only place where I'll get clients. I'll also do a lot of cold emailing. I'll approach those kind of people. Does follow count matter? Okay, now let me tell you, I've got my first client, that is, I've told you, right, for rupees 800. Back then, I just had 400 followers, that's all. So definitely follower count is, see, definitely it can be a good add-on, but then I'll never tell like, only if you'll have a certain kind of 1,000 followers or something, you will be getting clients. No, what is most important is that your portfolio should be very strong. So when I say portfolio, your samples, your proof of work should be very strong. Canva comes under editing or which category? Yes, you can definitely take Canva. A lot of them, if you see a lot of posts on Instagram or on LinkedIn, anywhere, also a lot of them are using Canva itself. So whatever the platform that I'm using. Working in law firm online is a freelancing job. No, that cannot be a freelancing job. What were you talking to download the homework? So I told you regarding HubSpot, you can go there. So who to write cold email? So like I already told you, this is for the slides. You can just go through that, and I'll also be telling you in the future slides as well. Where can we learn skills? I'll tell you about it. How to cream. Okay. See, I do not want you to guys to ask those kind of things that I didn't cover. So just in case if there are certain kind of questions which I've covered and you have got doubts in it, so you should be able to ask that. Okay. Somebody put me a direct question. Would you share your first sample works and now current works too? Yeah, I would be doing that. I will also be showing you how to draft your portfolio as well. How to create. So everybody is asking me regarding how to get clients and all that. I would be definitely be doing that in next slides. So apart from that, from whatever I've covered, it would be great if you just ask me about it. Thumbnail designing is good. Yes, it's definitely good. So if just in case if you're doing thumbnail designing, right? So whom do you think that you would be approaching? So you would be approaching those kind of people who needs this kind of thumbnails. So like, for YouTube, right? So you would be approaching YouTubers, right? Hi, ma'am. Any freelance opportunities for somebody who knows Python programming? Definitely. See, uh, you can definitely there will be definitely people who would be hiring you for Python programming as well. Definitely. See, I'm just telling you, like, you can get started with any particular niche or any particular industry. This also applies if you are a person who wants to get started as a photographer in freelancing basis also. So definitely Python programming will definitely work if you want to get started as a freelancer. Just thing is that just in case, if you'll be much more attentive and be till the end, right, I'll be covering all those things, like how people would be approaching you. Okay. Can we do freelancing job with Internshala platform? See, Internshala platform, just in case if they are giving you freelancing, if they are hiring freelancers, then you can definitely apply for that. Yeah, I'll be showing the portfolio also. Okay, everybody is telling me regarding portfolio also. Ma'am, you are amazing, I must say. Thank you. Thank you, Insha. So just please let me know how is this going on. Are you able to understand whatever I'm trying to say? Again, Surbi has put a message regarding freelancing opportunities for somebody who knows Python programming. Definitely. It's just that whatever the kind of procedure and strategy that I will be telling you to apply, try to do that. Okay, you'll definitely be able to get clients. Okay, everybody is asking me about this. Okay. Okay, great. I'm sorry if I missed out on anybody's message or something. Amazing, super good. Okay, amazing. Tell how to do freelancing in. Okay, okay, thank you. Amazing. How to create samples. Okay, definitely. Awesome webinar, ma'am. Okay, thank you. I'm glad that you're finding value. Lovely session. Okay. I'm not fluent in Hindi. Okay, I'm not fluent in Hindi, so your session is really helping me and your knowledge is amazing. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much. Okay, I'm so happy right now. Okay, done. So I'm putting the the chat one off. All right, so that I'm getting the same questions again and again. So a lot of them are asking me regarding how to do portfolio, how to get the samples done and everything else. So I would be covering about that too. So don't worry about it. Okay. I'll also be covering a lot about LinkedIn. You should be able to get clients through LinkedIn as well. Okay. And also after this session, do let me know how you feel about this particular LinkedIn this particular webinar where I'll be covering a lot about LinkedIn, and I'm also covering about freelancing and how to get clients and everything else. So yeah, you can also write to me on LinkedIn also. It would be great. Okay. So yes, now everybody's favorite thing, before you get started, you should have a portfolio, you should have a sample. Now let me tell you how you can get started as that. Okay. Okay. When I'm excited to talk about this, it's because when I started, I was like, how should I get started and everything else. So yes. Now, like I've told you, Canva, all this particular whatever the kind of presentation that I'm doing here, right? Everything is on Canva. Okay. Now, for example, if you go and click on social, wait, just everybody, I'll just send you one particular link in chat. So I'm sure that you guys must be on your phones or your computer, right? Or on your laptop. Just make sure that you copy paste this particular um, uh, platform, and so that it would be easier for you. So just copy paste this particular thing so it would be easier for you, okay? And I'll also be giving you more links as well. Okay, so this particular platform is for designing purposes also. Okay, now social media posts. Okay, I've clicked on this. So they're already made. Okay, so if you see this, see, a lot of them have made it. So just in case if you're a graphic designer or something, you can take inspiration from all this particular posts as well, right? So now, for example, if you see social Instagram reels, so everything will be available here, okay? Instagram reels. Okay, I went there and then already somebody has already made that, okay? See, Instagram reels. Okay, you'll find everything here, from your invoice template, from your proposal template, from your portfolio template. Like, just in case if you are a person in future who wants to be very much active on Instagram, you can definitely take inspiration from this particular reels as well. Okay, so Instagram reels. Now, your favorite section, portfolio. Okay, on portfolio also, let me make your job much more simpler. Okay, so what did I do? I just selected these kind of templates beforehand itself, so that it would be easier for you to understand. So I took this. I'm not telling like, you should definitely take this itself. Whatever that you feel it's good enough, then you can definitely take that. I took that one particular portfolio, and also the other portfolio, which I'll show you. Yeah, I took this one. Okay. So I've already made changes in one. Like I've told you, I took this one particular portfolio. See, look at it, how beautifully she has done it. So you have to just make few changes in it. That's it. Okay. So that's how your portfolio would be looking as well. For you, I have made a proper portfolio with my particular samples itself. Okay. So I'll show you how I did that. Now, okay. Saipriya portfolio. Okay. So I'm not telling like, this should be exactly how you should be preparing your portfolio, but then you can definitely personalize it with your own improvements as well. Now coming into this. So this is Saipriya's portfolio. My name is here. My photo is here. And then social media marketing and personal branding, right? So I'll also tell you, showcase both of them simultaneously to tell you what kind of changes that I have done. Okay. So let me open this. Okay. Okay, I opened that as well, and the mock one. Okay. So that's when this person has already put a lot of things. Okay. So you can write about me. You need not write about vision. You can write about personal skills. You need not write about education. That's because a lot of times what happens is that people, whoever will take services from you, right, they'll not even ask about your education. Till date, no client has asked me about my education at all. Okay, so you need not worry about it. And then they will only ask about your work experience and how you can become, what kind of things that you have done. So that is what portfolio is all about. And then whatever the kind of work that you have done. Okay. So this is about me. Yes. So what I have done so far, I'll be like, to showcase myself as a person who is already good with this. So I can tell like, I have got 15K followers. I've done like 30 plus projects. I've got 3 million views on social media. And then I'm also top creator on 3 platforms like LinkedIn, and also be it on Feed or Graphy. So I can showcase myself as a person who is already an expert in this and already has got good experience, and also have expert in this particular sector as well. Then I can showcase myself as what kind of skills that I have. I can showcase that, I have got graphic designing, web designing, social media marketing, and then personal branding. Okay. Now work experience, I can show it in that way. Now I'll tell that, okay, project portfolio. I'll tell that, I've done LinkedIn personal branding, social media marketing, and content writing. This kind of services, I'll tell that I have done. But how would you even be getting samples without even working? Let me also give you a proper example with that. Okay. So now this particular platform, Medium. So you can go through this particular platform and this particular article as well. So I'll just sharing that with you in the chat box. Just go through that. Okay. So this particular platform, whatever you're seeing here, right, is actually written by me. Okay, this particular platform is like called as Medium. Okay, so I have written this particular article. Now this can become my sample. So what is happening? Nobody has hired me till date. Okay, I'm not telling till date, but I'm just telling if I'm a beginner, if I think that absolutely a beginner. Okay, so this particular platform is also very much free. Okay, so anybody can use it. Just a second, why I'm not able to see that. Yeah. Yes. for terms, you can go through this particular article, and you can just go through that, and you can also go through that particular feed as well. Okay, so on this particular platform, you can write for free. Okay, now for example, if somebody comes to me and asks for, did you write somewhere, then I can definitely show this. I'll be like, yes, I have written. At the very same time, you're also telling, like, you have got experience, you have got an expertise. At the very same time, your content is out there. So what is happening here, this particular thing will become your live portfolio. Okay, so you can showcase this as particular source. Okay, now LinkedIn, I can go and create my particular post on LinkedIn. That person will be asking, like, are you active on LinkedIn? I'll be like, yes, I'm very much active on LinkedIn. I'll be like, I create a lot of content online. I've already got followers, like 400 followers or 500 followers. I'll be able to grow yours as well. Definitely with 400 or 500 followers, maybe people might feel like, should be having a little more followers. That's because you are telling, like, I can help you grow your followers. That means you should also be having followers. But then I'm not telling, like, followers should be the only criteria of you getting clients. Okay, you can get started as a content writer. Okay, so when I got started as a content writer. Okay, back then I didn't even do social media marketing and LinkedIn personal branding. So I got started on LinkedIn just to get clients. Okay, I started putting, and then slowly my LinkedIn has also started growing. Okay, then one particular person was like, hey, you are growing your LinkedIn. Can you also help me out? That's when I understood, okay, this particular person is also approaching for this certain thing that I have done for myself. That's it. What has happened back then, that I became my first client, right? So I can also showcase my particular work here also. But then don't fake it. Tell, like, in the personal branding, tell, like, that it's not the client that you have worked on. Tell, like, you have grown your own platform. So in this way, that one particular way, that particular person will also understand, okay, this person has also grown their particular LinkedIn or Instagram or Twitter handle. They can also help me with that. That's it. So that will become your own portfolio. Okay, that will become your own sample. That's because you are your own first client. So now look at this. So project one, I have put personal branding. Then if you, just in case, if you do not have any particular clients, then you can put, like, this is my own particular work. And then you can tell it, in before, like, when, just in case, if you're on LinkedIn for a certain period of time, you can say, like, you have got no views or something like that. After week 1 or 2, these are the kind of views that you got. And then after week 3, you are started getting 34,000 views or something. So this particular thing will definitely become your sample. Okay. Okay, this will become. So this is project one. And next, project two, social media marketing. So I can literally showcase them, telling, like, from this particular thing, I have shifted them from this. So this is also showcasing that I'm also helping them with marketing. I'm also helping them with graphic designing. I'm also helping them with growing their particular Instagram handle. And see how complete change it literally was. So this will particularly help my clients as well. So like I've told you, you can also pick somebody who is from your own network and ask them that, hey, you can help them grow their particular Instagram handle as well. And then you can take their particular Instagram handle and you can help them grow as well. So in that way, they will become your clients as well. At the very same time, you will also be getting proof of work, right? And next, project three. See, look at this one. So this happened on my Medium itself. When you'll get active on Medium, when you will, start posting a lot of Medium articles, what happens is that this particular article got published on one particular publication. So I put it as my proof of work. That's it. And then after doing certain kind of writings and everything, I got to know that my particular blog was ranking. So this also becomes a sample. All right. And then I'll talk about my personal achievements also, just in case if you're a person who got 1,000 followers, put that as your achievement. That's completely fine. It literally showcases that if you have grown yours, you can also help the other people grow, right? So I've put my personal achievements here as well. And then I'll provide services, okay, recommended services. And then I'll be like, thanks for reaching out and so on. So this becomes my particular portfolio. This is my portfolio one. And this becomes my portfolio two. This will be my which portfolio? Live portfolio. Okay. So I guess, am I clear? Were you able to understand what does sample and portfolio mean and how you can get started? Yes. 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 Okay. Okay, great. Ma'am, your Instagram ID. I'm not active on Instagram, but I'm very much active on LinkedIn. So you can just, I'll just put it on my chat box. Okay. Yes, ma'am, followed you on LinkedIn. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, I'm putting the chat box off and again I'll put it on. Okay. I'll put my LinkedIn as well so that you guys can connect with me there. Okay. So I'm very much active on, sorry, it went to Gen Z. Okay, I'm putting it. Yes, you can get connected with me there. Okay, great. I'm happy that everybody is able to understand. Okay. Okay, that's how you will be able to do platform portfolio as well. So this will become your live portfolio. Anybody can look at it, and you can easily grow your medium. And here also, see, a lot of them might also be able to grow their own LinkedIn platform as well. So again, this will become your own live portfolio as well. All right. So yes. Now that we covered regarding how to do portfolio, the most important thing is how to get clients from LinkedIn. So I'll also be covering about it. So on the max, it will be taking you like maybe other in 20 minutes, I'm going to wrap it up. Okay. So don't worry about it. So ways to get your first client. Okay. First, personal branding, cold email, networking, and Fiverr. I'm sure that if you're going to whatever I'm going to tell you, and if you're going to follow it exactly, I'm sure that you will definitely be getting clients in 30 days. Okay. Straight away. Yeah. Okay, now first thing, personal branding. Now, what is personal branding? Like I've already told you, you should showcase yourself as somebody who's an expert in particular thing. Now, how can you grow your personal brand? Through LinkedIn, through content creation. That's when you will be, a lot of them will be able to understand that, okay, you're a person who is creating the content. Let me also follow you. Okay, now next, engage. You should also be able to network well. You should also be able to comment and like other posts as well. You should be able to create genuine relationships with others as well. And the most important thing is that you should be very, very consistent on LinkedIn. Okay, with content creations, that's when people will approach you for the kind of service that you would be providing. I'll also tell you how you can get how you can be able to grow your personal brand. Okay, so now when it comes to personal brand, a lot of questions people keep asking me. Okay, what does it mean? Why should I do it? Why would there are a lot of people who are creating content? Why would somebody even follow me? Why should I start personal branding? Would people even care? See, just in case if you have this kind of questions, then let me tell you that everybody has got started at some or the other point, right? So any kind of YouTuber who is doing such great work, you must be following. It's not like, they have got some like overnight followers, like, they have become famous. Yes, there are definitely such kind of situations where a lot of people have become things have become so viral, and then they have become like, overnight celebrity or something. But then it's not the case with everybody else, right? So a lot of them must have started with zero. Even I got started with zero. All right. So it's always okay if you just in case if you think that nobody would come and read your content, never feel like that. There will be people who would ready to be following your content as well. That's because for the kind of value that you would be creating. Okay. Okay, now what does that mean? It's like, it's an identity about what people speak about you when you're not in the room. Okay. And next, what platform should I choose? Now, for example, if you're a person who writes a lot, then Medium, like whatever I've shown you, right? It would be a great platform to get started. That's because there will be writing and it's also free, right? You can easily grow there. At the very same time, you can get started on LinkedIn as well. But just in case, think that you are a person who is literally into fashion. Okay, you want to grow your personal brand. Do you think LinkedIn will be a good place to get started as a fashion blogger? No, right? Instagram would be. So depending on your goal, it differs. Okay, which platform that you have to choose. And why should I choose one? That's because you will be easily be able to stand out if you're giving a lot of good content out there, lot of value, and then you will network a lot. You will be able to get a lot of good opportunities. Why should I start? That's because how should I start? That's by optimizing, like I've told you before itself, creating content, engaging, and networking. Now let me tell you more about LinkedIn personal branding. Okay, so this is my particular profile picture. Okay, so before this one was my particular profile picture. Okay, and now the bottom one is my particular profile picture. Okay, now let me tell you about even profile picture. So a lot of them think that LinkedIn is a very professional platform and I should suit up and with a blazer and everything. That's not very important. You can definitely do it, but then it's not very important that you should be wearing your blazer. It should be with a smile and with it should look very decent enough also. Okay, you can't literally take a selfie with filters, with Snapchat filters, and keep your display picture on LinkedIn. That's because nobody will be able to understand you, right? So it should be in such a kind of thing. So you can literally use this particular link so that you would see you will be able to remove your background as well. See, this particular thing in yellow is definitely not like how I've clicked that picture, right? So I've definitely removed that particular background. And how can you do that? By using this particular thing. And then later I've used this particular thing as my display picture on LinkedIn. So you can go through all those things that I have written. Now, LinkedIn banner, like how I've told you about templates also, right? So just what you have to do is that go through LinkedIn banner. See, you'll be able to see a lot of things, okay? Lot of banners. So you can literally get started with this. Okay, you have to just change it, change your color or whatever it is. You'll be able to see a lot of good templates out there. So even I got created it with that itself. See, okay. So LinkedIn banner. So that's when you will be able to understand what you have to put it in your USP. Now, what does USP mean? USP means unique selling point. That means how are you different from your competitors? You should literally show that, and people should also be able to understand what you do. Now, for example, you can use this particular thing. I help target audience by service. So I help health coaches to build their Instagram with my marketing skills, or I convey my brand voice to your audience through my marketing skills, like how I've written this. Okay. Now, headline also you can put it in such a way where you can write about certain kind of keywords of whatever you're doing. You can write about your USP. You can write about the kind of services that you're providing. For example, I help target audience to service in this particular time period of time. So time period. So I help health coaches get clients organically in less than 60 days. So all these things you can literally use it. All right. Now, next, creator mode. What does this creator mode mean? So whatever you're seeing here, right? Hashtag branding, hashtag marketing, hashtag sustainability, all are these things that I'll be using whenever I'll be able to create content as well. Now, how should I make sure that I would be using this particular thing as well? So you can use main keyword, you can use integrated keyword of whatever things that you're creating content on. Then you can write about a lot about your work experience as well. Look at Rahul, he has written a lot about it. Okay. So providing services. Now, you should also be able to understand what you can write. See, now look at her. So she has written about a lot of relevant hashtags in her creator mode. And then see, look at her headline also. It literally showcases her experience, her expertise, her goal, and what she does as well, right? And then there will literally be a certain thing like, providing services. You can literally put here, and then you can just go here and you can edit it whenever you can. Okay. See. And then a lot of people might also request you for this kind of services. You can edit it whenever you can. Okay. So this is very important so that people can literally find out you like very much easily. Okay. So now, yes, feature section. What does feature section mean? Now, this is my featured section. So why did I put it in this way? So that I would be able to showcase myself as somebody who has got experience and expertise. So that anybody who wants to hire me can literally just look at that particular feature section and they can go ahead. Okay. So all these things you can literally go through whenever you're free, and just in case whenever Niharika will put up this particular video, you can just go through that, and whenever you are trying to change things, you can literally go through this as well. Okay. And now about section as well. So what do I mean by about section? So about section is here. Okay. So about section is this entire thing. So you have to also write about it. That's because how would you think that a person would be able to know about you easily if you'll not write about you? Okay. So all these things, and you can literally use resume worded as well, so that it will give you an overall score about how to get clients on LinkedIn. I'm sorry, how LinkedIn, how strong your LinkedIn is. So it will also be talking a lot about it, and it will also give you steps to improve your score as well. So whatever it says, so try to implement that in your particular LinkedIn profile as well. So how you can do that? So now, for example, I'll also show you how you can do that. Okay. So now if you see save to PDF, right? So it will get saved as a document format. Okay. Now you can go to resume worded, and then you can put your particular profile there, and it will give you an overall score. So between 75 to 100, it's very good. But then make sure that it's always about 75 and 8. Okay. Next. Now, when I told you how you can create a lot of content, make sure that you're creating content on education as well. I mean, not on educational, I mean educational or technical content. Now, for example, if you think that you're a business person who is looking for a content writer so that they can write on your particular blog. Now, two people have literally put something like, they both are content writers, but this one particular person creates a lot of content online. So you came across that particular person and you will feel like, okay, this particular person has already written that he's a content writer. He's writing a lot about tips, tricks. He is writing about his experience. He write about whatever he has learned online. Then I'll be like, okay, this person must be an experienced person. But then on the other side, the other person, he'll just put content writer and he didn't make any kind of changes. So I literally, the other person, whoever is hiring these two people, he will literally feel that the person who is creating content would definitely be a person who is very much experienced, right? So that's why it's very important for whatever the kind of content that you're creating, it should be more than 60%. So it can be niche related or industry related. And next, personal ones. It can be your experiences, opinions, and then the other one, it can be promotion. So where can you take source from content creation? It can be Answer the Public, Quora, YouTube. You can also take books, anywhere, or Medium blogs. But make sure that you do not copy paste it. It's very bad. But then make sure that you would be taking that as an inspiration and create it all by your own, or just in case if you're a beginner and if you're thinking to learn a lot about writing, make sure that you learn about it and write it on LinkedIn so that it would be easier. Now, how to connect with a lot of people? Now, the best thing I would be telling, like, now, for example, if you're getting started as a freelancer, be it anything, graphic designer or a programmer or a writer or anything, so it's always better if you get connected with those people who are also like-minded as well as your clients. Now, how would you be able to understand where your like-minded people are? You should also be searching, like, freelance content writer or something. Or you can also go through my LinkedIn profile and you can just look at the people who have liked it and who have commented on this. Why? That's because these are also the same people who are very much active on LinkedIn. So also try to make sure that you make friends with them, but then make sure that you're in a very respectable manner. Okay. So just in case if you're thinking that, do I really get clients? Just in case if I'm creating content, if I'm optimizing, if I'm engaging, you'll definitely be able to get clients. See, this is how I'll be able to get clients also. They're like, content strategy and hello, I would like to know more about your services, or I'm looking for a professional to help to help me with social media, etc., etc. Okay. So this is how you will be getting more and more clients as well. So definitely try to follow whatever I'm trying to tell. Okay. Cold outreach, like I've told you that, you will be approaching those kind of people who need your services. Now cold email and cold pitching also. Okay. Then what you must surely follow is target audience, and you should personalize that particular email. You should be able to understand where their pain points lie, and then see it. That's because, see, now if you'll be just put a mail like, hey, I'm a content writer, can you hire me? Nobody will even hire you. That's because, see, they will be getting a lot of emails like that. What would make you different from the other person? When you will tell a lot about what things that you have done, how you would be able to help them. And if you will tell them, hey, you're going wrong in this particular thing, and I can help you with that with my particular service, then that person will be like, okay, this person has personalized well. So that's when you will be able to convert your cold email as well. So these are particular things that you can definitely do, and try to cold email or cold DM at least once you will start doing your portfolio, once you start getting samples as well. Make sure that you are at least reaching out to 5 or 6 people in a day, so that at least see, a lot of times when you will reach out to these kind of people, it's very obvious that not everybody would be replying your to particular thing. Okay. But but if you will at least, what happens to me, I'll tell you. If at least I will cold email to 10 people, I guess only 2 people will see that, and one particular person will reply to me. Okay. So that's how how cold emailing works. But then you should never feel disheartened because these people are not replying to you. Okay. And I'll also tell you how you can get better with LinkedIn as well. Okay. Now, for example, think that you are a graphic designer. Click on that and then hire it. Just look for that. Okay. Just go through this, and you have put graphic designer hiring, and then go to, these are the kind of keywords that you should also search for. Then you go for posts and then filter it. A lot of them don't know about this, so make sure that you are doing this very often, so that you will never miss out on certain kind of opportunities. So don't click on past month. That's because a lot of them must have applied to it. Click on past week, so it would be very much new as well. See, join our team. So you will follow a lot of them. See, hiring graphic designer, and then freelancer. See, look at this person. You can definitely reach out to that person if you're a graphic designer, and then you can literally email him or anything like that. Okay. So see, hiring graphic designer, we are looking for graphic designer, hiring freelance part-time graphic designer. So this is a very good thing. See, look at the kind of competition also. Only 18 people have liked it. That means maybe not all 18 people must have applied for it, but then there must be like, 10 people must be applying for it, right? So you can apply to all these particular people. And then, but make sure that whatever the kind of things that you're doing, it is very much respectable manner. All right. You should literally be very much respectful, that like, you can't literally tell like, hey, hire me or something like that. Why would they even hire you? Only when you'll showcase your particular skills or anything like that, you will be doing that. Now, for example, if you wanted to get started as a graphic designer and you do not have any kind of samples with you, so what you can do, you can literally go on, you can literally click on anybody who's doing very good with graphic designing, and you can try to take inspiration from their posts and try to do something similar. Don't literally copy them, but try to take that as an inspiration, and be like, this is something that I have done it for myself, and I can also do it for you. So like that, you can literally get started like that as well. Okay, that's how you will be able to get clients on LinkedIn. Okay. Then number third way is that, like I've already told you, somebody must be having their own business on LinkedIn, own business like in your network, right? So approach those kind of people just in case if they do not have any website. And if you're a website designer, tell them that you can design their website. If they're a founder, tell them that you can help them grow their Instagram, or you can help them grow their LinkedIn or Twitter as well. So all these things you can literally reach out to them. Okay. So then do a lot of networking as well. So just in case if you literally know any kind of a person, like if your friend knows somebody who is a founder or something, so try to network with them as well. So you should do a lot of networking so that it would be easier for you to understand who needs your services as well. You can do it on Upwork and platforms like Upwork and Fiverr as well. But then for me, I never tried this out. LinkedIn has really worked very well for me, so I'm sure that it's definitely going to help you as well. So now this is how the invoice also looks like. Like invoice is something regarding bill. I just think that Sridhar is my client. So I'll put his name, and then I'll be like, these are the kind of services that I have given you content writing for 2 blogs, then quantity 2. And then for one particular blog, I took 2,000 rupees. And then total amount is 4,000 rupees. So this is a proper beginner friendly invoice. And you can also see that on here as well. See, even this one also looks very, very professional invoice. See, look at the invoice here. So you'll be finding a lot and lot of templates, okay? So don't even worry about it. So the only thing is that you have to literally get started, okay? Next. So apart from that, you should also be very good with your soft skills as well, like, maybe communication, maybe attention, or be it anything. You should be very, very good at it. That's because, see, now at the end of the day, if you're very, very good at one particular skill set and you don't know how to communicate it, you don't know how to talk to people or something, I'm not telling that's wrong, but then it's very, very important for you to upskill yourself. Okay. So make sure that you're also very good with your soft skills. I'm not telling like, it will definitely become, once you'll be into freelancing, a lot of them, whoever is doing it will be very good with soft skills. No, but with experience, with time, you'll always get better with it. Okay. So that's how it is, and we are done with this session. And I'm up for the kind of questions, whatever you have, and a lot of them are still staying. Okay, more than 100 people have stayed. Okay, I'm very, very happy. So I'm putting the kind of chat box on. And also, let me also tell you that regarding the bonus, I've also made sure that I would be doing one-on-one consultation calls on TopMate as well. I'll be sharing that particular link with you as well. Okay, I'm putting the chat box on. So yeah, so the kind of you can ask me questions now. Session was amazing. Thank you, Saifuddin. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, thank you. When to create invoice. See, literally, now, for example, when to create invoice, I'll tell you. Now, I've already told you that you should be taking advance, right? So that you will not, that other person will not feel like, okay, this person has done, and he might not feel, not just in case if he doesn't want to give, what will happen? You'll be like, you already have done a lot of things, but then that person is not giving. That is why you should be able to take advance as well. So you can send them once you get started with your work, and once if the particular thing is done, you can send them the other half. How to start in phone for beginner in graphic designers. Sultan, very nice question. So you can get started on Canva itself, and then do your own separate samples. What all includes in graphic designing from basic to advanced? Yeah, it can be anything. Just you can go through a lot of Canva templates, and you can follow a lot of people who are doing very good with this graphic designing. Okay. I like the way when you say thank you. Thank you. knowledgeable session. Thank you so much. Can we get recording? Yes, yes, you can definitely get recording on Telegram of iDigitalPreneur itself. Ma'am, what is the first thing to do in freelancing? So the very first thing in freelancing is that you should know where your interest lies. You should be able to understand, what you're good at, and that's when you can decide on your niche as well, right? Okay, great session. Looking forward to start freelancing now that I finally know what to do. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Nori. Thank you so much, ma'am. Amazing session. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. There is two or three things I literally want to tell, which are also very important. So I would like you guys to stay for maybe 5 minutes like that. Ma'am, how to generate money? To generate money, you should give your services first. So you can literally, I've showed you the invoice, right? So you can literally give them your account number and all. So I should also tell you about this. Let me put the chat box off for 2 or 3 minutes, okay? A very, very important thing. Okay, I'm going to get back to this particular chat box. All right. The very first thing what I have to tell you is that in freelancing, what happens is that now, for example, if you're a beginner, okay, you might be at a very that stage where you will feel like, I should get a lot of clients. And in that way, you'll not even be able to understand that is this particular person is a real person or not? Okay, you'll never be able to understand. So but then there is a way of how you can understand. Now, for example, you got a random message telling like, I'll show you that message. Wait. Mm. Yeah, if you got these kind of messages, okay, so it's not literally like if they reached out to me like, I would like to know more about your services, or hi Saipriya, I want your services or something. It's not literally like, hey, yes, we can collaborate or something like that. You should never do that. You might also get into a proper trap. That's because you are first of all a very beginner, right? So there are a lot of things where people might literally want to scam you. Okay, so you should never get into that. And how would you be able to understand it? Let me give you a proper example. Okay, now if you are a person who is hiring me, okay, for writing, okay, now I'll give you proper services for writing. Then you will be like, okay, I'll hire you, but then pay me like 250 rupees or something like that. But then that doesn't make sense, right? So you're a person who is hiring me, you should be able to give him money, right? But then in return, what's happening? This person is asking me in return so that they will be giving me a proper job. So that doesn't make sense, right? So that's when you should be able to understand that it's a proper scam. Why would somebody who's hiring me will take money from me? So are you able to understand? So these are the kind of things that is the first thing that you should be able to understand. Okay, next, the other thing that you should be able to understand is that now you are also done with a proper LinkedIn, and you have got a lead or something. Now say Vikravardhan has reached out to me, okay, telling like, he wants my services or something like that. Now, what happens is that then I want to look, okay, Vikravardhan, yeah, he already has got a proper LinkedIn profile picture. He already has got a very good presence. That itself will make my first impression. But then I'll definitely not feel like, this is it, right? I will go through everything on his LinkedIn profile. Okay. See, he has also put about his newsletter. He has also put a lot about his experience. Now I'll get a little good impression. Okay, this person is a legit person. And just in case if somebody is not even looking for your LinkedIn personal branding services, also if they're looking for a proper Instagram or anything like that, just make sure that tell them to send their website details, or tell them certain kind of things, so that you will be able to understand and research well about it. Okay. So yes, so that's what is something that I wanted to tell. And the other one is, yes, so now for example, if you are a graphic designer, okay, you can't literally reach out to graphic designers and tell, like, hire me or something. That cannot happen, right? That's because they themselves are looking for a lot of good opportunities. So you should look for your own target audience. Now, when I say target audience, who would be needing your graphic designing services? The people, it might be people who are very much active on social media platforms, who wants to grow their brands, be it founders, be it content creators or Instagram. Literally, they want their graphic designer services a lot. Okay, so make sure that make sure that you would be reaching out to your target audience. Okay. So those are two important things that I wanted to tell you guys. Okay. So I'll be putting my chat box on now, and I will be talking to you guys for other 10 minutes. Oh my God, thank you so much. It's 7:54, but I'm very, very happy that a lot of them have stayed. It's so sweet of you guys. Yeah, now you guys are very much open, yeah, to ask me anything on chat box. Okay. Yeah. Apart from LinkedIn, how can we do freelancing? You can do it in any way, Gen Z. Like I've told you, you can look for people who have got their own businesses in your own particular network, and then you can reach out to them. So there are a lot of other options, like how I've told you already. Can Canva, from Canva, what freelancing we can build? Yes. So, like I've told you, right? I've already shown you. So a person is asking me, like, now that they will do graphic designing or video editing, they can tell their particular service as video editing. Now, if they're doing it on Canva, how can they do it? What kind of service? What can they call it as? You can tell, like, you're pro at designing. You're pro at designing when it comes to Canva, or else you can do a lot of graphic designing, like, the templates are already available, right? You can literally tell them, like, I'll do a lot of carousels out there, I'll be doing a lot of posts out there. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Please give another sessions to Louded. Okay, I'll definitely give them. Thank you so much. Can you give a brief on copywriting, please? Yes, I'll definitely give you a copy. Okay, now what does copywriting mean? Okay, now you went on a particular website. Okay, on website you will be seeing only little content out there, right? But then from that little work itself, you'll be knowing a lot about that particular business. So that is what copywriting is all about, if I can tell you in a beginner friendly manner. So in copywriting, there will be a lot of other things, be it website copy, it can be any other thing, like be it a small script writing, also anything it can be. Tell us more about your consultation call. Regarding consultation call, I've put it open for the first five people. Can literally put it for discounted rate. I'll put just a second. I'll just stop sharing my screen. Just a second. Okay, no problem. Okay, I'll just share that particular my top mate consultation call. So for the first five people, I'm putting it for a discounted rate. So it is for $399 and $499. If anybody wants to know a lot about freelancing and how to get started in much more detail, you guys can definitely come in. So I'm putting it on my chat box. Yes, it will be personal consultation call. Yes. I just put it out there. Wait, just in case I'm getting a lot of messages. First, let me just put my message first, so that if anybody wants services or something like that. So this is my top mate for consultation calls. So in case if you want to, what is the criteria of joining you as an intern? I wouldn't be joining as an intern, Saifuddin. That's because I already have experience. If you're asking about me, but then if in case if you're asking about how you as a freelancer can get started, usually what's happening in these days is that even nowadays people for internships are also asking for a lot of requirements. Okay, so it's always better if you get started as a freelancer and then gain experience, and then slowly you can get started as an internship. Easy. Okay. A lot of them have stayed. I'm so happy. Okay. I know this Sunday and you must be chilling out there or something like that, but you guys made sure that you would stay here. Thanks so much. It really showcases a lot. I put my chat box open. You guys can put in whatever kind of things. So we can freelance without showing our face, right? Okay, somebody has put, I'm so sorry. Okay, this is a direct message from a person. So that particular person is saying that, is it very important for me to put my face out there? That's because it's very scary. That's because whenever they have put anything out there, a lot of them have messaged. See, a lot of them on LinkedIn also, apart from my profile picture or 2 or 3 pictures, you might not even finding any of my photos anywhere. So it's definitely okay to get started even if you do not want to show your face, and it's completely okay. Even I got clients, that means even you can get clients. Okay, nothing to worry about it. You can definitely get started. In English we say amazing session, but in thank you, Saifuddin. So he's saying that maza aa gaya. Okay. uh, okay, the other person is saying that thank you so much for sharing such amazing insights on freelancing. Thank you so much. Mavish, did I spell your name correctly? I guess. And in case if I didn't, sorry about it. Thank you so much, ma'am, for guiding us. Thank you for staying as well. LinkedIn में क्या हम लोग IDP के courses सेल कर सकते हैं? What do you mean by IDP के courses? Okay, what is consistency algorithm of LinkedIn? Yeah, thank you so much. It's a very good question, Umra. So make sure that you're at least as you got started out, you might be seeing that a lot of them would be saying that, post at least 3 times a day or something. No, don't do that. That's because you might get restricted. Make sure that at least the very good number would be like 5 posts per week, and you can easily get noticed by people who would hire you also. Okay, thanks a bunch for having amazing session. We do affiliate marketing. How to apply freshers? Everybody asks for experience. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, right? You need not apply for any kind of jobs just in case if you feel like you do not have any kind of experience. Make sure that you get started as a freelancer, gain a little good experience, and then even as a fresher, you can get started. Actually, if you are 6 months ahead of that, you will definitely not be a fresher, right? You will definitely be ahead of a lot of them. Thank you, ma'am. Best session of freelancing ever. Okay, thank you. Before starting your journey, how you felt, and tell us about the process of upgrading our skills step by step. I mean, how did you manage about it? It's a very good question, Tejasri. I'm very happy that you asked. Talking about my particular journey, right? So it was more like, see, now that even people who reached out to me, um, they might say that, hey, they need some kind of service from me. Then I'll be like, okay, fine, this is the kind of budget. Then after a particular time, they will not even message me. That's because my budget and their budget isn't matching. But at the very same time, you should also understand that every time, so this is what is called as in freelancing terms called as ghosting. So somebody will ghost you. Okay, so it's better if you follow back, or else at the very same time, you should make up your mind that, it is okay, that it's very much common that somebody will ghost you, but then that's not the end. Okay, every other business is coming up with a lot of things, right? So every day you will come up with, you will see a lot of businesses that are coming up. So it's definitely okay. Slowly you will definitely be getting a lot of clients. Don't worry about it. So my particular journey, before starting your journey, how you felt? Literally before starting my journey, I literally felt like, who would even hire me? But recently I've applied for particular jobs, 3 or 4 jobs, and I got selected for that. But I felt freelancing was much better for me, so I continued with it. Okay, eloquent speech. Thanks a lot for such a spellbound webinar. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for encouraging us. Thank you for staying as well. How did you figure out you want to go freelancing? So back then, after my graduation, I didn't do anything, right? So when you're in a job, you will have a stable income, right? But then when you do not have a particular job or something, you literally feel like it's better if you earn, right? For me, it was more like that. I was like, let me get started at least. So it was more like freelancing. So that's how I got started. Tell me which is the best work, freelancing or affiliating marketing? Uh, so see, I'm into freelancing, so I'll definitely tell that freelancing would be better, right? If we selected a niche, what would we do next? So just in case if you have selected with writing, okay, now you do not have any kind of sample or anything like that. So you can be like, like how I've told you, you can create your own sample. Maybe you can start writing on Medium, and that's it itself. It will become your live portfolio. At the very same time, you'll also be having a proper sample. And then, just in case if somebody will tell you, like, and from if you have written one particular article, right, you must be learning a lot of things. So this one particular thing, you can directly change it as one particular post itself on LinkedIn. So yeah, so you can literally make samples on LinkedIn or anywhere else, or on you can post LinkedIn articles. I mean, you can post articles on LinkedIn as well. So even in that way, that will become a sample. And just in case if somebody will come to you and ask, hey, do you have any kind of samples or something, you can definitely show that as your first sample. How much time will it take for freelancing to get the first line? See, from whatever I've told you, if you're going to do that exactly, you can get it in less than 14 days also. Okay. Ma'am, can we get recording? Yeah, you can definitely get recording. How to get clients on very first project in freelancing? Um, your first project itself means you got a client, right? So from whatever I've covered, you will definitely be able to get clients. So you can just continue watching that again so that you will be getting better clarity. Ma'am, I'm from Dubai. I want to start freelance. I got inspired from it. Oh my God, thanks Neha. Oh, sorry, Nida. Thank you, dear, for this amazing session. Thank you so much for staying. Okay, your messages, and in case if you have got any doubts regarding whatever you have heard, you can let me know. And yeah, make sure that you would put some kind of post or something like that. You can tag me also. And when you will tag, ma'am, I'm not able to hear you. Are you able to hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, okay. Okay. So what am I trying to say is that yes, yes. Okay. What am I trying to say is that get started on LinkedIn. Okay. Loud and clear. Okay. Thank you. So what am I trying to say is that get started on LinkedIn, start posting on LinkedIn. Just in case if it's your first post note, try to tag me and I'll definitely engage on that. So don't even worry about it. And again, that's for all the people who stayed till the end. So that's a bonus for you all. Ma'am, you're so sweet. Thank you. You're sweet too. Thank you for the compliment. Okay, a lot of them have stayed. Okay, okay, I'm very happy. Okay, I'm starting as a graphic designer, but I'm confused. Canva is not very nice. How to start with Adobe Illustrator, please? Any idea? Okay. Hi, Sultan. The thing is that even I got started, like, even I have given my clients certain graphic designing posts as well. So the thing is that, okay, get started with Canva, at least as a graphic designer on Canva, and slowly try to get better with your creativity, and slowly start working on Adobe Illustrator. You can get a lot of YouTube. On YouTube, you can get a lot of tutorials on YouTube about Adobe. So you can get started with that, but simultaneously do that. But get started as a graphic designer on Canva. I'm sorry, and slowly you can get better with Adobe. Okay. Really, your patience to sit and clearing doubts is appreciated. Thank you so much. It's very, like, I should thank you guys for being so patient as well. That's because I thought it would literally take me only 1 hour or something, but it took me 2 hours. For graphic designing, you can learn it on YouTube. Okay, okay, okay. I started some simple graphic designing on Canva. Can I really grow? Yes, definitely. See, even I was very, I didn't have any clients only, but I got started with LinkedIn all from zero. I got started, with content writing all on Medium. So even you can get started on Canva. You need not worry. Ma'am, can you give some tips on better content writing skills? Definitely. So the very first thing, there is no better tip than consistency. If you keep writing it daily and daily, you can always get better. There is nothing better than that. So always make sure that you look when it comes to content writing skills, right? Look for those people who are doing really good in this content writing space. Okay, so follow them. There is one person called as Vikravardhan, whom I already showed. He is very good with writing. So try to focus more on who are doing better in that particular sector or particular industry. And when you go through their particular things, you will be able to understand how you can get better with that. Thank you so much for this wonderful session and giving us your precious time. Thank you so much for staying. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Really loved it. Please give another sessions we needed. Thank you. I'll definitely give it. Thank you so much for a knowledgeable session and amazing session. Okay. I've liked your session and your voice so much that I put aside my college assignment that is due tomorrow and gave all my attention to your amazing training. So worthy. Oh my God, that's so sweet of you. I mean, I guess you're the first person to tell me that you like my voice, and I'm so happy. I really love your patience and voice. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. We need this session. Thank you so much. Okay, do you have any other doubts that you want to ask? No need to tell voice. Thank you. Can you give more sessions like this? Definitely. I'll try to give, just in case if you need more and more other things also. Make sure that you would get onto the consultation calls if you want. I can put it again on here. Just a second. Ma'am, can you suggest a free course on graphic designing? First thing, I'm not a person who is into graphic designing, so I can definitely not tell you who is better when it comes to YouTube. But then I'll show you one particular person. Let me share my screen. Okay, I'm already sharing it on LinkedIn, right? So he's one of my friends. Okay, he has done really good work. Aditya. Okay, this person. Okay, so you can follow him if you want to get started as a freelancer. You can look for whatever the kind of work that he has done. You can try to do the similar things, whatever. I'm not telling copy the exact same thing, but I'm telling you can use whatever the kind of strategy that he has used. And let me show you what kind of amazing that work he has done. There's also another person whom you can follow on Instagram called Saipriya. She's a very good friend of mine. She has got some 60 to 70K followers as well. So see, look at him. He is doing really good when it comes to freelancing. He's not so active, but then he got his LinkedIn job from, he got his job from LinkedIn itself. That's majorly because he's active. All points were clearly mentioned and explained. Thank you. Okay. All my messages are going to only to one particular person. So this is my top mate. Want more depth knowledge about freelancing? Definitely. I would love to do it. Ma'am, can you suggest any free? Okay. I haven't started yet freelancing, but definitely got motivation from you. Okay. Thank you, Rashida. Just let me know when you'll get your first client. It would be a very big victory for me and for you as well. Thank you so much, ma'am. Where can we connect with you? You can connect with me on LinkedIn. You can just let me know how did the session went so far, and I would love to know. Ma'am, thank you so much for your best session, ma'am. I will connect with you regarding freelancing. Okay, definitely. We can do consultation calls as well, not a problem. Okay. Can you please tell us about the bonus? About the bonus, so start creating on LinkedIn, tag me so that I will engage in your posts. So that is one. And number two is that for the first 5 people who will connect with me on consultation calls, I have got a discount price. So that is another bonus. And yeah, bonus can also be like, you will find the recording and presentation as well. Thank you. Hats off to your patience. Oh my God, thank you so much. I'm happy that you guys stayed. So I'm happy that you guys are very patient. So, okay. So I guess we can still 50 people are still, I'm very, very happy, but you're open to asking questions. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Only if everybody will go, I'll go. I do not want to leave all of you. Bye, ma'am. Bye. Now you need to have some rest. Yeah, definitely. Bye bye. Take care. You too, Tejasri. See you soon. See you soon too. Yeah, please make sure that you would be writing a lot on LinkedIn and try to tag me. Okay. Ma'am, I went through your link, but unfortunately here it's not opening. Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, don't worry regarding that link. I'll put it on LinkedIn someday, okay? Or tomorrow or something. You can just go through that link, okay? Thanks, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Bye. Bye. Hope we meet in another session. Sure, sure. Please make another session on content writing, ma'am. Sure, sure. I would definitely do. आपका Instagram account. I do not have Instagram account. I have got LinkedIn, so you guys can connect with me there. Sites. It's Saipriya N. So it is. It is this one. You guys can get connected with me here. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. What is GBU? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Miss you, ma'am. Thank you. God bless you. Oh my God. Thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you. Thank you very much. So sweet. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. Still 30 people are there. So if you have any kind of doubts, leave करने के मन नहीं हो रहा है. But you guys must leave, no? You gonna have to leave. But I'm not telling that you have to leave because I should leave. But if you have got any doubts, you can definitely ask me. Take care. Okay, you too. Take care. You're amazing. Too much energy to teach the students how. I don't know. I mean, I got started as a beginner when I had no clients or nothing to do, right? So I can do understand what beginners go through. So maybe because of that, you have such an amazing voice, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. So that's why I feel like connected to teach. And can you give some suggestions for um, freelancing application samples in IDP on content writing? Bhuma Deepika, can you please write it? I mean, I'm not able to understand your question properly. Can you elaborate a little more? Thank you for your kindness. Thank you so much. You guys are kind too for staying for so long. By the way, you look emotional. I don't know why. Uh, maybe, but definitely I'll not cry. So don't worry. Ma'am, I want to do freelancing only, but again, I'm fully confused which one is perfect for me. See, if you're going to do the exact things that what I've told you, right? You'll definitely land clients. You need not be confused. But I definitely understand you must be a beginner and you must be feeling like, will I be able to get clients? But even I got started as a beginner. A lot of them have got started as a beginner with no experience. So if all are doing, you will be able to do it as well. But just in case if you're getting any kind of internship and if they are if you'll get selected for it, well and good. In case if you not get selected also, don't degrade yourself. You can always get started as a freelancer. I'm in Facebook ads, but not getting clients. So why do you think that you're not getting clients? Maybe because you're not putting your about your experience or expertise. Only when you put it out there, you'll be able to understand whoever will need Facebook ads, right? So you have to put a lot about Facebook ads, tips, tricks. You should be talking about what it can help people with, and all these things you should definitely be talking so that people will approach you so that they can take your service. Okay, so don't worry. Whatever I'm trying to tell you, do everything so that it will be all good. So whenever I'm getting direct message, I'm not calling their name out. Um, so because there must be some reason why they are putting direct message, right? Okay. Okay, still 25 people have left. Okay, still 25 people are there. Thank you, ma'am. I'll implement all you said. Okay, definitely do implement it and let me know when you'll get your first client also. Okay, thank you, ma'am. I'll implement, sure. Freelancing apply section wants on an IDP website. Freelancing apply section wants Ma'am, can I leave? Things you're done with the session. I'm sorry, I couldn't understand. Could you please repeat? Could you please elaborate a little? I couldn't understand what you were trying to say. Yeah, the session is completed. It's completed. I'm just waiting so that if anybody has got any doubts, they can ask me or something like that. The session is completed. Okay. Yeah, you guys can leave. You guys can leave just in case if you do not have any kind of doubts, you can leave or you can just ask me. Is graphic designing a good career, ma'am? See, if you have got interest, right, definitely anything would be a good career. And nowadays, everything is becoming a profession, and you need not even get worried about it. But make sure that whatever you're doing, you always upskill yourself so that you will always be on the top. Okay? I think many persons just only join. Okay. Okay, guys. If you do not have any kind of questions, then maybe we can leave. Okay. Okay, then let me know if you have any questions. Okay. I'll be leaving in other 5 or minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask me.